Hello, welcome to our Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel. And I am Arthur Denise Turney, author of the books My Latest, Love Pour Over Me, Long Walk Up, Portia, Love Has Many Faces, Spiral, and Rosetta's Great Adventure. And I'm working on my new novel, God is Glory, which I hope to have out to you soon. But this session of our YouTube channel is about signs that you are afraid of change. I tell you, living in this world, we have experiences beginning in our childhoods. And you can think back to your childhood. We have experiences that happen that we don't want. For me, one the major childhood experience I had was the passing of my mom when I was 7 years old. But we all have experiences, some starting very early, and some I think we don't consciously remember. We don't want those experiences. So we can associate change with unwanted things. So, but when we want something good, doesn't change have to occur? And if we have associated change with something bad or with loss, we'll even push away a good change. We will just keep saying no, 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 because a part of us expects something bad to be associated with the change. And think about it. Think about people who you might get frustrated with. One of the things we do, we will procrastinate. We will say we want to do something, but we never get around to doing it. We're too busy. Something always comes up, and we just keep things going as they are without any change. Another way we can avoid change is we just keep coming up with reasons why something won't work, just one after the next. So let's say somebody's been looking for a job for 6 months, a year or two. I think at 2 years it should be a sign that there's fear. There's definitely fear involved. So you ask yourself, or you can ask somebody, because we help each other. If somebody, for example, hasn't landed a job in 2 years, no job, or they haven't lost any weight, and for health reasons it would be best for them to do that, just ask the person what type of action. So say you might say, well, have you cut back, stop drinking as much soda? Have you cut back on eating candy bars? Or you eat more fruit and vegetables? And just say it in an unjudgmental way, or the way you ask. Have you at least gone on any job interviews? I'm willing to work with you on job interviews if you like. Again, no judgment. But if the person keeps coming up with excuse after excuse as to why they can't do it, they just don't. Fruit and vegetables cost too much. It's an inconvenience. The last time I ate a lot of vegetables, I got sick to my stomach. Um, or they might say, with the example of a job, I don't have a way to get to the interviews. There's too much traffic. Nobody will come get me and take me. I can't rely on the bus. Sometimes the bus is early and late, and they give you examples. That's fear of change, and they're giving you reasons why they think they should be afraid and stay the way they are. But the way to live a better life is to be courageous. We all have courage, we just have to exercise it and take some action. So if you're afraid, you say, you know what, I do feel afraid. That's not what we're created as. I do feel afraid, but I'm going to take some action on it and see what happens. And people, I don't know anybody who doesn't do that daily. I do feel afraid, but I'm going to take some action and I'll see what happens, because bad things don't always repeat themselves. So set yourself up so that good things can start to repeat themselves. I gave you a few examples of how you can tell if you're afraid of change. And if you're afraid of change, you're probably pushing off good things. But here's some other ways. You have to experience change to awaken, to increase your income, to leave a bad relationship. Some of us stay in bad relationships. We're afraid of change. To start a family, to move into a better home, to travel, to have more happy, healthier experiences. All of this requires change. So see if you make excuses. Pay attention. You are a perfect created being. But we can misuse our minds. But pay attention to, if you come up with excuses when people, or just an idea within you. It doesn't have to come from another person. Do you come up with excuses why you can't go bike riding, why you can't go for a walk, why you can't call somebody, why you can't email somebody, why you can't go to a movie, why you can't go to the theater, why you can't take a different route home? You could, the different route home could shave 20 to 30 minutes off your commute, but you may be so afraid of change, you're not even willing to try a different way home from work. Yeah, you might come into a roadblock, but you might also find a way to shave time off. All the different reasons why you won't go to a social event, why you won't go to a cultural festival, why you won't move to a different area, why even just traveling through the area, even if you don't buy a home there, or rent an apartment there, what's to stop you from going through there? If it's not a area that's known for being, incredibly unsafe, do you find yourself talking yourself out of things? You can't do this weekend because you don't have time. You can't. I would encourage you again, because if you're fighting change, you're keeping yourself from good things. You're not just protecting yourself so that bad things won't happen. You're keeping yourself from good experiences, because in order for good experiences to come to you, you must accept change. So I encourage you, my friend, to sit down and think about that. Think about excuses that you make. Are you keeping yourself from change? Change, good change. Are you afraid of change? It's something to be honest about. You can stop being afraid of change. You can stop being afraid of anything, and let some good come into your life. I want to thank you here again. And that for those of us here at our Chisel channel, that includes sitting down and writing a novel, sitting down and writing the first chapter. That includes reaching out to literary agents. That includes signing up for, and don't just sign up for and then make an excuse not to go. Signing up for and actually going to book events and selling and signing your books. That includes reaching out to colleges and universities and asking if you can speak at their event, teach and share something, and sell your books afterwards. That's what this includes. It includes creating a blog, a website, a podcast, scheduling radio interviews. These are changes that lead to other changes. They have a domino effect so that you can live a good life and be happy. You deserve to be filled with joy. You deserve that. So give that to yourself. And I want to thank you again for listening to our Chistel, CHISTELL YouTube channel. Please go over and visit us online at our website and listen to me, Denise Turney, on Off the Shelf Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you're truly blessed. Stir up your courage and bless some good change in. Bye for now.